The first time I heard the Forte 3D cello, what hit me immediately was how warm and rich the A string in particular was. Carbon fiber cellos in the past to me felt thin and metallic on the high melodic string, and this carbon fiber cello from Forte 3D sounded unlike any other that I had heard. And so I was really intrigued, and I really wanted to know more about how it was made and why it was sounding the way it did.
When I was just in the hall listening to you warming up, it was extremely full and very singing. I was impressed with the openness of the sound, that it really fills the hall. When I closed my eyes, I actually thought that was just like the traditional cello. For a moment, when I opened my eyes, then I thought, oh, it's not the same one. But I thought that you actually were able to capture that on this instrument quite well.
And what I was getting from this instrument was something very familiar. Especially, I've been doing a lot of cello recently, actually, both like in a studio environment, in concert halls, and like in this sort of hall, which is geared towards chamber music. Like, this was perfect. And so like what I was getting off of the instrument was very familiar. And this was the first time I was hearing the instrument, so I didn't quite know what to expect.
What sets the Forte 3D apart for me, immediately the first time I heard it and played it, was the sound quality. I, without a doubt, think that it's the greatest sounding carbon fiber cello I've ever heard, that I've ever played. And then the other thing that hit me, and I've noticed other musicians I'm playing with also kind of do a double take, is the power and resonance of the C string. And the low end that the instrument provides is also really exciting, and you can feel the resonance, on your body while you're playing, and in a particularly powerful way.
I felt like the balance between cello and piano was very natural, is what you would expect with a wooden cello versus a carbon fiber cello. Like I felt like there was a great dynamic range, especially like piano all the way up to fortissimo, C going up to the A string.
The price point and the accessibility of this instrument really started to hit me. And so, with the carbon fiber, there's really minimal maintenance that's required. There's not really ways that it can get scratched, or the seams can't open. And even the bridges themselves are really easy to just swap in and out. They don't have to be custom cut because the top is flat, right? So there's all these elements that make the maintenance of this instrument particularly easy. And so I started thinking about school programs and how at the price point of Forte 3D, you actually can't get a wooden cello that sounds this good, I think. And so the idea of increasing the access at a lower price point to a high quality sounding instrument, and the durability of these instruments, I feel like I was immediately struck that like every school program in the country should be using these instruments and getting them for young cellists, and these instruments could last through so many generations of cellists and give them the experience of playing on a higher quality instrument than would otherwise be possible at this price point.